Am I live stream already? Okay. Well, welcome to the Sacred Heart Connection with me. And again, once a month um special and unique event. Well, not really event, just something that for me to tune into everybody and to transmit and to transmit some see that one energy transmission and also that to connect to myself. So yes, there's sort of an opportunity there. So I see Daisy, Kyle, and Claudia. Hi, Claudia. Hello, everyone. So there's no there's not really a fixed agenda, but it's just open heart and share anything. Yeah. And I know that today it's a full moon today. Yeah. Full moon in Aquarius and did not plan to be landed on today, and somehow it just happened. So yeah. So Daisy, would you like to take over with the energies for the full moon? And then I will share how I feel into it.
I kind of like tapping into this energy. Like right now we have the Lion's Gate already open. So with the Lion's Gate, which is like the cosmic sun, with our sun, which is like the sun in Leo, and how this like that two sun, actually the cosmic sun and our sun, and then the inner earth, there's another burning sun, how it all aligned, almost like this kind of like activation of our lion's heart, how it entered into our heart. But at the same time, right now, Aquarius, the full moon Aquarius, like the sun enter into the cosmic ocean, and that's our body. Just enter into that space and just kindle our inner heart. And that's our soul kind of birth. It's like rebirthing portal, like realign with our mission. And I think I mentioned before that there's a conjunction, which is the Uranus, the North Node, and the Mars, all in Taurus, which is kind of like anchoring the new Earth vibration. And with the North Node, which is like right now we're experiencing this event has how to say, it's not just a personal event. It is affecting generations to come. So we are experiencing this amazing portal that we are able to shift. Like has this generational ripple effect. Whatever we feel, we sense, we just allow this revolutionary wave, and allow this quantum jump just take us and see how much like deeper we can feel, we can anchor this light, and how much wider we allow our heart just open and receive. Yeah,
I like that.
And also this feeling is more like the more we feel, the more we embody, and the more we just anchor this new code of new earth. Just say love. I allow the love come in. Say thank you, universe.
Thank you for sharing. I love that. And Kyle, how do you feel into the full moon? And I know that this morning you have the heart beating.
Today I feel so on fire. It's probably one of the best full moons. Yeah, this morning was I was feeling so basically it was seeing what was going on around me from like the chaos of like energy, and holding my ground in my strength and out of like respect for myself and my time, And yeah, it was very empowering and shifted a lot in a short amount of time. And was just trusting all that was coming through and my way of transmuting energy and transforming, and then taking my power back and my energy back since I was little. So it just like happened within like a matter of like an hour, how I just like shifted and then just carried that energy through out the day. And I felt so good and so strong and like so confident and yeah, just enjoying life and just like being one with everything. And like yeah, this like when the sun was setting, it was just like this peace, and it wasn't like too hot today. It was like perfect weather, like picture perfect weather. I felt like so much freedom and like not feeling so much of the weight of the world like later in the day, and just like being me. Yeah, it was just really, really good. Really special day today. Like I feel like usually with full moons I get like pretty emotional or like yeah, just like very emotional. But today it was like strong, confident, at peace, like all of those good feelings. So just like honoring it. And yeah, I just carried it through. And just my multi-dimensional self has been on fire. Like it's just been like grounded, but like receiving and like owning it. Like walking the talk. Like just being that example, you know? Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. And like, yeah, just like when I was talking to like customers at work, it was just like my mind was completely blank, but it was just like the messages that were coming through were perfect. And it was just so strong. I'm just like so happy. So yeah, that's my day today. So yeah, lots of celebration.
Celebrating you. Catherine have a message. Hi, Catherine. Oh, at the beach, listening. Good on you. It is like raining over here. So yeah. Hi, Claudia. Would you be able to share, or are you just listening in the background?
No, I'm here. I just need a few minutes. Just got off work a little while ago. So how we connect to the moon is we did our morning meditation, and I have a grid, and I wrote 2 little pages of like things we'd like to manifest, and just with the intention and the knowing that the energies are so strong right now, and the manifestation, this is it, this is the height. So I put those prayers under some crystals with the intention of having those crystals assist us to manifest more and more. And tonight we plan to do a write and burn. So I already wrote the prayers, the things we want to manifest, and then we're going to burn them. We're going to have a little fire pit in the back, and we're going to burn those prayers to send them up to heaven. So that's how we can.
Wow, so beautiful. Burn it straight to the heaven.
Yep.
Beautiful. That's like the real ritual. I used to do full moon ritual by releasing by burning. Burning a lot. Burning in the sink. But I don't do that anymore. Yeah, full moon sort of releasing, right? So I mean it's just like reading somebody's one, and then I do at the same time. But a lot of times I don't know why am I burning. But again, this is the learning process, right? And I was like, okay, why am I doing this? Like, why am I releasing? And tuning to that, sometimes I'm not releasing anything. So yeah, but the thing is, when you tune into the collective, we are releasing collective energies. Yeah, and I can share along the way. For full moon, I myself is really sleep. Sleep have been really difficult for me these days. I'll wake up about 3 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., and then didn't get to sleep until the next day. Means that I'm like so active. But lately have some shifted as well that I wanted to share with you guys, that when I tune into the energy for full moon and the 8-8, for me, it's just like on the 8-8, I connected to Gaia for the past for 8-8, yeah. For like 72 hours, I was like with Gaia, and it's just so happy. And it's like ecstatic. And it's just joyful. My creation have been non-stop, like non-stop. So if you follow my Instagram, guys, it's just that I'm feeding and feeding and feeding and non-stop. Until last night, I actually stopped because I'm just looking on my floor. There's a lot of pencil on the floor still creating. So, and I stopped, and obviously I sort of like come back to center. I was like, wow, this is a lot of creation. But then I switched different type of creations, like from code drawing, and then to listening to the music, and then to a lot of writing, and also creating the services as well. Like I have to reset my own business, my online business, because I shift a lot the past 4 weeks, let's say 4 weeks. Today's no more than 4 weeks now. So from the early July, and when I go back to the things that I do, and I was like, oh my God, it doesn't resonate anymore. A lot of that I have like, doesn't really resonate, so I had to redo it. So yesterday, the whole day, another set of creation and productivities. And when you're in that mode, you just cannot stop. And the more that I create, the more joyful I become. So that is my process. So this morning, because the weather changed, I was like, oh, there's no more sun. I said, what is today? Today is still, well, I saw people posting and said that today, the 12th of August, is like the last day of the Lionsgate. So I don't really know about when the Lionsgate opened, but I know that the energy have started at the end of July, and that it is still the energies is like really peak on this week. But I think that is the whole, for me, feeling into is the whole August is going to be, it's like Lionsgate, but it's just different wing, because like you have like full moon, sort of like we together. So with the full moon that we together, which is my yesterday, which is again today, because I'm holding the two wheels in a way that you guys is in the full moon already a little bit past. And I'm feeling into, this morning I was driving. So whenever I'm driving, always, I was like download from driving, and I feel into, it's like a web, like the spider web. And the spider web is not a spider web, but it's just web, it's a web of creation. So think about it, everybody is creating stuff, right? When I say everything is creating, when you think new ideas, that is already started to create. When you talk to somebody, like I'm talking to you, the web is already starting to create, right? Even though you're dreaming, the web is starting to create. So the question that I wanted to throw it to all the audience, all of you, what web are you creating? Are you creating your own web? Or are you tangled somebody's web? Question. So I was like, oh, this is interesting question you can ask. So yeah.
For me, I'm creating a web of love. So like everything that I love, especially with nature, and just immersing that into everything. been spending a lot of time in nature, and it's been absolutely astounding, the experiences. Yeah, it's just when I'm in my joy and in nature, it's like reflected back to me. It's just so cool to see. Like yesterday I went to this park and there's 3 female ducks, and like I was able to sit right beside them and they didn't move. They were just like all in a line, and I'm like just taking it all in. I'm like, this is amazing. This is so cool. Then there was a crane in the water, and the crane, I was watching the crane. Like I'm gonna post them too. But yeah, the crane was like slowly like taking steps in the water, and then was like eating a fish. But it was just like how slow the crane was moving. It was just so elegant. I'm like, this is amazing. This is so cool. Like, and yeah, it's just being in that joy experience, or like drawing to you, and like just having that element of surprise throughout the day, and setting your intentions but allowing things just to flow. And it's just amazing how things just line up for you, and just allowing yourself to receive like the gifts from nature, and it's incredible. So yeah, just really tuning into my heart and just allowing my heart to express my creativity and the happiness that's within. This is probably like by far the happiest that I've like fully been in a long time. So it's just keeping that flowing. So yeah, it's awesome.
When you say that, I can so I can reflect back as well the resonance, as I have been doing a lot of coding, a lot of like code drawing, and most of the time I don't know what my joy. So hands up, tune into it, and then draw, right? And then I can share here, as I know Catherine using my code to do some mission, and I know that Carl as well that explained to me that what is that mean to him, and Daisy as well is also a piece of the puzzle. So I'm weighing my creation to all of you. So, and I was like, I am not really using my own code, but I am playing. I infuse my essence on the code that is making that code become like amplifying. So that is like using the pure vessel or the source energies. That's all I do. That's how I weave. So that is like a web. So every single, I can only say at the moment of my code, because I just see everywhere that I sitting is all, it's all weaving into my being. So that is like the beauty of it. So I do my thing. I create my creations in a very high quality way. And also that if I am not in a good mood, if I'm not in a good state, I couldn't draw, because I know that I tried. I tried to, like, I think last week my daughter was unwell and we went to emergency. And because in emergency, I was like, okay, I'm going to wait there for a long time, right? I'm going to get a book and I'm going to draw. Not only I couldn't draw, but I did force myself. Like, I have so many codes that is on my project, and I need to tick off the box. I could draw a code. I don't know what am I drawing. I was like, oh man, this is nothing. So I did keep the draw. So every single drawing, anything, even though you draw art, every single that is part of your essence, because it's from your hand. Whether that hand is your energy or that is somebody else, you just keep it. Everything is, for me, my personality, and also my way of working is everything that you create is sacred. Everything that everything that I create is not only sacred, but also that is respect. So I give respect and honor to all my code. So when I can share you that every time I finish drawing, I will close the book with the ribbon. So this is my book, like my code book. So I will really tie it really nicely because you start sealing the energy in there. Even though when I open up with the code, when I draw, right, I also using the time to really tie the ribbon. So I started to draw. Like I just drew that yesterday. I just drew that yesterday. So I also do a ribbon as well. It's just my thing. So everything is just, it's not like neat, but it's just in a way of create beauty, I guess. I just do it. So again, I have like candle on and I have like music on. It depends what sort of music. And it's always come with the music. It never be quiet. And it's just about the mood and the energy that I feel into. So yeah, that is how I create. That's why in emergency I couldn't create. It's so many ding dong, emergency in hospital. It's just a lot of like all the chaotic energy. I was like, wow, I could feel it in a way. That's just sitting in the emergency. There's people like really unwell, and no, I couldn't create. So that is my aha moment. So Daisy, do you want to share?
Yeah, puzzle, like the more I kind of like observing how like the universe code unpack, and I think there's a some kind of metaphor. It's like there's the invisible webbing, and there's a spider grandma, like just spilling out of the thread of the universe, and all that we are doing, it's like the thread is like the arrow going out, that we have to allow ourselves to yield and surrender, be the perfect target. So the thread will be able to anchor and weave through our body as a vehicle to manifest. So each one of us are all just that perfect target that we just want us to receive the code and just be the vehicle, anchor the code. And how can we surrender even more so the code can be effortlessly just released and anchor and manifest and unfold. So this is the continuation of the work that I'm trying to figure, how can I surrender even more, and how can I be a better container so that the code and more puzzle pieces can just download and transmit through.
You know what? I can try this. So in Pachamama Temple, I did a grandmother spiders meditation, right? So when I create that meditation, I was visualizing it. I saw the spider web, and it's raining. Okay, the spider web have water drop and drop and drop on the web, and they're all dangling there, right? Think about that web is crystalline. They amplify each other's. Like you coming near to me, it amplify. More come to you, amplified. That's how I did my meditation. Everybody passed out, by the way. That's how amplified the pass out. Everybody passed out. I would just visualize that. The water drop on the spider web, or is dropping, because when someone high frequency, let's say having closer to you, you will amplify that frequency and together and even higher. That's like co-creating. That's why the web getting bigger, the web of creation. And now I'm thinking about like a mushroom network. What do you call that?
Mycelium?
The mycelium network, yes.
Yeah.
So when I create that spider web, I also think about mycelium network, which is on the ground. It's Gaia, like and I see out there. So that's a metaphor.
I actually wrote something. I can share that later. But it's actually on a dream. In this dream, I was in another planet or another dimension. On that dimension, there's so many old people there. They live long time, and what they're doing is they keep on burying things to the earth. I don't remember what they're burying, but I just remember there's one older man. He's about to die, or he supposed to die at that moment, but he passed out, and then he revived. He come back alive, and then I realized whatever he's burying, just like we're composting, like the mycelium network, whatever we bury to the earth, they're part of our soul, ethereal soul, journeying on. And then that's how we revive, through the soil, through the fertile earth, and our soul come back alive.
Hang on, when you say come back alive, can you describe more?
Yeah, let me is it okay I can share my writing?
Yeah, because remember I shared with you I journeyed to Gobi Desert.
Mm-hmm.
I was pulling all the root on the desert, and the root go grow all the way, you know, I pull and pull and pull, the root going thicker and thicker, and it become crystal at the end. So that's like the root. We're talking about the root. I was thinking about that. Somehow my mind going to that.
Yeah.
There's like the bone woman, the bone winner. Yeah.
Is it okay I share my screen?
Yeah,
I can read it to you, so you can have a deeper sense. Oh, okay, let me share it. So this is about what does heaven on earth to me feel like today. Lately, I started appreciating the magic of earthly soil more, like gathering little bit of treasures that have already randomly scattered around me in life. I am slowly picking up certain good old habits, such as composting, offering food scraps to my potted plants, witnessing them smiling and saying thank you to me. The golden dragon fruit tree holding a big fertile womb, so graciously taking all the earthly nutrition in, doing some inner alchemical magic, turning all scraps and junks into chunks of black soil, into some deep, dark void, where all things, good or bad, useful or non-useful, all things going back home, the place where our dried skeleton and thirsty, scorched heart, coming back to full blooming, robust muscles, fertile, rounded buttocks, home where one drop of blood mixing with the rivers of rejuvenating large waters, refilled, replenished, returning to the original sense of myself, with all my senses reborn and rebirthed within my full blossoming, flourishing soul. Home where I can taste nourishing love in the air, laughters in grandma's old kitchen, family gatherings in circles, making dumplings, mooncakes, homemade soup, and noodles all together around one large round table, where the table is marked with rows of dumplings, balls, and bread doughs, ready to be serviced, be part of the hot, joyous food bowls of tasty, yummy magic. There would be magic, there would be music playing on the background, Grandpa sharing his old-time epic stories when he traveled across oceans, mountains, and valleys, eventually landed home with Grandma, home where all our ancestors reside, gathering and sharing all the heartfelt, belly-filled, satisfying, and gratifying dreams, stories, where we all can meet and merge into one big stirring soup pot, stirring, turning, and mixing into one wholesome homemade meal, a meal that feeds one belly in nourishing all aspects of the heart and soul.
So delicious. I'm hungry. But that is a piece of very, really nice description about it. It reminded me of when I was little in grandparents' house. Everyone. I saw my grandpa, grandma, and the cooking of the chicken soup. And dumpling. Just eat. Yeah, and all the cousins around, we all in a circle, like on the floor. And then you have chess, you have marbles, those marble balls for all the boys. And yeah, oh, that is a long time ago. I love that. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Home. So I'm just thinking about how are we creating home nowadays, right? It's not long ago that we had that. I had that. Why am I to create home for the next generation to feel into home? Right? Is it via remembrance? We don't need to remember about time. It's just there. Right? The parents say, let's go, Chinese New Year, let's go. It's a new time, Christmas, let's go. And everybody's there. And now, Christmas, okay, do you have a present for me? No, and that's it. Like, become not such a meaning. So how do we create a home for the future children? Start from us. So I'd love to hear how we create home. It's very deep.
For me, home is within the heart, and having the heart experience through like my vessel, and having that consciousness with the heart, it changes everything. And there's that nurturing energy, like the kindness, like the loving strength, the empowerment. And yeah, just been, the more that I've been connecting to my heart, it's been more of like an embodiment of just like this calmness. And like people feel it. And it's just being in the moment and like holding space for myself and others, and just having that deeper compassion. And allowing everything just to flow through the heart and all the emotions. But yeah, for me, home is like in the heart. Like home is where the heart is. And just fully been experiencing that. Like I get up in the morning and I just tune into my heart, and then everything is just guided, and everything is just so natural and free flowing. Like there's like nothing really to worry about when it comes to the heart. And just let my heart guide the way and just trust it. It's like the biggest like empowering like muscle that we have that takes care of us. It has this own intelligence. And that's like where all the magic is created and experienced. And it's being that guide for others, as in having others understand and experience that heart experience, and to know that they too can come back to their heart and just journey with the heart, because the heart always knows. The heart doesn't judge, it just loves. I'm like, I only know how to love. So, yeah.
Mm. Thank you for sharing, Kyle. Mm. Is anyone else wanted to share? Let's welcome Janice. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Lilian, I can share.
Yes, Claudia.
So one of the ways we create the energy of home in our house is we don't have a lot of family pictures out. We have tapestries. You can see, and they're all for things that mean something to us. There's some more on the other side. I see the meditation. And then we put the things that mean something to us, like the house is filled with messages or quotes that make us feel good. So as we walk through the house, there's a memory, there's a feeling of we're filling it up with things that mean something special to us. We also do regular clearing of the space. We play the sound bowls. We usually try to keep fresh flowers too inside the house. We keep certain plants. So the house is made to feel like a home by us bringing in the things that make us happy, purchasing only things that really make us think of positive things and feel good, as reminders like, oh, this is a beautiful item, or this is a beautiful message, or we have books through different places of the house, different oracle cards, because we also believe that the books and the cards carry energy in them. And so they're put throughout the house to bring a beautiful energy. And so, and of course, treating each other with kindness and respect. So the way I hear your question is, how do you create the home? And it's like how we do it. Our intention is to feel good here where we're at, to feel peaceful, and to feel a certain connection to each item that's here. So that's our intention and how we feel that we have created a home in our house. So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Claudia, so beautiful. Mm. Daisy, you want to share?
Yeah, I have another practice I can share. Because like a lot of time when we think about the good memories, it may not be necessarily the specific food or that house, or it's really truly about the heart, how we feel more. And so I have a practice that I used to do very often, is that if you have a like a prayer piece, just go one before I go to bed. I was holding this as I'm lying down, and like every single beads represent whoever showed up in my mind at the moment, any person. And then I would say, for instance, I would say, Yusuf is love, Lilian is love, Kyle is love. So whoever pop up in my mind, like I mean, whether I speak it vocally or just in my mind, it's just like, I just affirmation, just using the mantra of love, just whoever pop up, even just an animal, whoever in our life at the moment, just calling her the love. That's because that's the true essence of all sentient being. And as I finish 108, I just feel like my heart is just feel so home and loved. It's surrounded with a circle of love. And I fall asleep in peace.
Oh, that is like so much love there. I could feel my heart fill up straight away. Oh, I love that practices. Do I have mala? I do have a mala bead outside. Yeah. I'll try that tonight.
Yeah, and it carries this vibration of circular vibration in our vertex, and also along the beads. And imagine that during the daytime you can just carry this love all around, and during night you continuously charging it.
Recharging. I love that. Recharging the bead. I'll try that tonight. I have it outside. Oh yeah, my mala bead is outside where the lamb, what's it called? You know, the white one, selenite lamb, and then I wrap it on the top, and it's pink color. Yeah, it's pink color as well. The bead. I'm gonna try that. Thank you. I love that practice. So easy.
Yeah, because the home is our own heart. Make that more home for ourselves first.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. So I hear you guys sharing, and Janice and Catherine, if you want to share, you can on the voice. Otherwise, I know that you guys listen at the background. I don't want to ignore you, or you can type as well. So I hear Claudia's about the home, physical home. I hear Carl and Daisy about Carl about the heart and nature, and Daisy, you have the mala bead. When you guys are sharing, right? I'm looking at my home. So many books. I have lots of books at home. Lots of books at home. And I did try to get rid of it. So yeah, I have. At the moment, I don't have anything much in my space because I keep it very minimal. But outside, I do have lots of toys. Of course, need to clean that, but don't worry about that. That is supposed to be a home, look like home, and books. And when you guys are sharing about the heart, I mean the home, like I was visualizing my home about the heart. I was like, now I do have it. I was like, I would just refer back, right? Refer back my experience of, is my heart is home? Well, I never feel into my heart is home, but now I do. So that's the switch. So now I do. Yeah. So because it was so busy as a working class woman, and you need to use the mind. You don't use the heart. I did use once, and my boss said, you don't use the heart, you use the mind, you use the mind, use the brain. So that was my very first job. So I was trained to feel into my brain and my heart. So yeah. So when the spiritual awakening is actually self-love, because I told the lady that my heart is pumping. I don't feel anything. So that's the spiritual awakening starting from there. So yeah, and the Sacred Heart Valley is later on that I know that why I have that name. So that name is not it actually like given to me to open up the valley. It's not I choose it, because initially the name is different, but because the name was taken by somebody else and I couldn't use it, and then the spirit showed me the way, and it is the way. So Sacred Heart, just like Carl said, that every morning when you wake up, you tune into your heart. So every morning when I wake up, I tune into Sacred Heart because the valley is my heart. And that's what I always said, that's like, Sacred Heart Valley is my heart. And then each conscious leaders is the heart pedal. So I'm actually open up my heart as internal and then healing my heart pedal. So I was like, wow, there's like 7 layers to heal. Obviously I didn't count. So whatever that is coming, that is coming. So yeah. But I now like I could feel my heart. And it's really beautiful feeling. So yeah. So that is my journey for this year. Only this year. So yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm. I'm just opening up the field. Anyone wanted to share anything? Or anyone wanted to ask me questions? Is open.
Sure, I don't mind opening my heart. I just want to extend my heart, actually, not just open, but it can be an extension of what Sacred Heart is to me, and per se what home is. I feel at home more in an astrological sense of like where my moon is. So the Aquarius moon is my moon as well. That's where how my moon system feels at home. When I'm connected with that moon, I'm connected to myself and I'm connected to community. So it's more of that relationship that I have with that moon. It's like a merging and a marrying. So when you have a home, you're married to that. You put a vow to that. You put a name into that home. And it's like a birthmark in you, or like a seal. Like when you connect with certain systems, whether it's earth, moon, or sun, when the sun to me is in Leo, that's where I feel like I shine. And as my Venus is also in Leo, I feel like more warm. So it, like, astrological sense, it kind of conjuncts both moon and sun. And the number 11, how today is like 11, that number feels like home to me. And thinking about the house 11 is Aquarius, that's a home. Everyone lives in a different, home system astrologically, but it also connects back to you. So when you understand, your relationship, whether it's the moon, the sun, also that relationship is also deep. Like as Daisy talks about, astrologically what's going on, it turns me on, because I'm like, I feel at home when we communicate in that way, or if we talk about what home is, because sometimes home looks different for everyone, but not all the time do we feel invited in someone's home because it's not from our home system. But learning how to love someone else's home when it's not from your, perspective or what you created, right? So allowing myself to love my home and also loving everyone else's home in that way. And that's how I realize that, I'm unifying as I'm loving my home, like what my moon looks like, what my sun looks like, and having that relationship and what that looks like. And having a home is really like the deepest, longest relationship you have is within yourself. And I created a vow, I believe it was like last year. There was a new moon and the full moon, one for myself to connect more with my moon as my beloved, and then another one for like community and my relationship with the moon, and how to expand and how to be of service to others. So that expands my heart when I connect with, moon systems, sun systems, gates and portals, because that expands more of my heart system. So I just don't have one heart per se. Like we have all hearts, and see that, there's nothing to you just feel full. Like there's nothing to actually to make you feel full. It's just remembering who you are. So that's what I want to share as an extension of what home is, and sharing it through the sacred valley as my heart unveils, as my heart opens up. I'm opening the portal to my heart, as like Lionsgate 88 is a home, that is a portal, that's a Stargate, that you come back to, this is home to me, this is a part of our home too, and share that. Yeah. Thank you for listening and tuning to these frequencies. So it's just, I feel at harmony. Home is harmonious. Mm.
I have a question for you, Janice. You can choose not to answer. You're talking about, I just recap what you said. You're loving, you're loving your own home. You're also loving other people. Learn to love other people's home, right? Do we say, are you sharing the same value? And does that mean that you are meeting other people's home through your heart?
Can I give it my sense?
Yeah, of course you can. This is for everybody.
This is my ongoing struggle. Because I felt like where I grew up, I'm kind of like a lone wolf. And when I come to United States, and I felt a lot of time more at home because I feel like people understand me. But there's a different sense of home when I do come back home, even though I don't share anything in common with my biological. I mean, not many like spiritual aspects. I think everyone has their own understanding of heaven, and oftentimes like sometimes I felt like I mean, I slowly learning that maybe I'm kind of like intruding my own belief on them too much. But when I'm truly with them, and I feel like, oh, okay, even if my mind doesn't truly agree, but my belly feel good. At that moment, I feel like it's in a similar sense how my big family, like when we gather together, almost I put together all the disagreement, and finally is all the belly able to agree. At the moment, we feel somewhere there is a sense of home there. Even though slowly I still need to work on to feeling more at home, to bridge everyone's heaven together. But at that moment, my belly is feeling the heaven on earth.
So what I can hear from here is, regardless, the family, there's definitely a mutual trust. That's why it's called family.
Yeah.
There's something about mutual, regardless anything happening, whether you agree, like they can be not agree with you can be not agree with them. But when you said that, to your belly, there's the trust, just the mutual trust.
Yeah, I guess it's like there's some kind of gentleness, like knowing there's disagreement, but also gently not to push their own belief system onto another person, and in that fine line, just a gentleness, and that's what glue everyone together. Like that underneath, there's a love, tender feeling of home.
Harmony, harmonizing. Thank you for sharing. I love that. Yeah, because I was just feeling into that, just go back to my question, the value. let's say the home is hard, the value of your heart, the value of other people's heart, the value of community heart. What people see in you in value is different than how I see other people too, but we do not judge. We have mutual respect, mutual trust.
Yeah.
And we don't hide. We share openly. We share our heart. We're being like vulnerable, open, transparency, and honesty. That is for me a mutual. So yeah, open door policy, open door as I open my own heart. So yeah, that is my value.
I do have another writing piece I can share, but I want to wait for if Janice want to share or anyone else want to share first.
Yeah, I just been contemplating a lot about home and what that looks like, and like people will welcome you into their home, and like seeing their perspectives of what home looks like, and respecting it and honoring it, and sharing the value of what that home system is. And it just extends the heart to me, if it doesn't like resonate or whatnot, but it also challenges your heart. How open is your heart? How open is it? Meaning how transparent, like you said, or vulnerable can you be to the person? Because opening more of your heart is, you get soft, more tender. And when someone invites you into their home, they're sharing a part of themselves to you. And you have some sort of responsibility in a way, like you're giving me this key to open to your heart. And how do I be of service? Because like when you're invited to someone's home, you're being of service. You're serving, and they're serving you some knowledge, their heart space, their lifestyle. We don't have to agree with everything, but just honor them and just love them for where they are. And some people have more of a capacity to love, to feel, to understand and relate. So being in another home, whether if it's uncomfortable and it's something different, it challenges our hearts just to feel more and to love, even though it could be, per se, something new, but it awakens the heart. I feel like someone who invites me, and you don't know, it could be mysterious, unknown, you don't know where you're going to, but it's allowing to accept what it is. So that's what I want to say. I feel like I could go in different directions, but home is really just to value and accept each person's home or being and presence as it is. And transparency and vulnerability, gentleness is not a weakness. It's a strength. So every day I allow myself, like, how could I be of service? Even if it feels like not of my home, but how do you stay home in your own heart system when someone invites you to their home? I think just being home wherever you are is more of that challenge when someone invites you, and staying there. So that is just an extension of what my heart wants to speak about. So, yeah.
I also wanted to invite you all to the word honesty. Honesty within yourself. Honesty in your own heart, so that you are more available to go deep and whole and real. We always treat honesty to other people. How honest are we when we tune into our heart? There's a question just to take away for today. Daisy?
I don't know. I just felt like for me there are moments that only in the discomfort I can feel more real of myself. Only in the pain that I realize how precious life is. So it's like there's a quite some stretch that I'm lately been feeling of my heart, and there's some moments of deep pain and feeling that how much I can stretch more. And in that stretching continuously, I keep breathing and realize, oh, this part of me I wasn't able to sense, and now it is through this pain, and then I'm able to sense more, feeling deeper, and yeah, and then slowly learning how to be more embodied into my body. Yeah, and my heart. I guess that's how I truly feel. I don't know whether that's the same case for others, but I guess I've lately been feeling more and more like there's a moment I could have chosen the same old way of running away from emotion and feeling running away from trigger, but at the same time I sensed the tightness. The second one I want to run away, I was like, wait for a second, why I keep on running away? What is that? What is that pain telling me? So I've been learning how to open us up more, a little bit more.
You are not the same. We choose to run away. So yeah. So that is the honesty in within yourself, with your being.
Yeah, I just feel like I want to feel home, but I also want to bring a part of myself home. Because maybe in the past my sense of running away wasn't running back home. So maybe by learning how to bring all fragments together, and that is my first baby step of moving towards home.
You are doing it, Daisy. We're all helping you. Mm.
It's like in the past it was like there's a moment I could just go to some higher heaven and feeling good in some other dimension, but now I feel like there's a density and part of me also begging want to be part of the journey together. So I'm just learning how to bring, like, bundle up everyone all together.
Yeah, you're tapping into the embodiment. Mm. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Mm. Do you have anything to share, Kyle?
Hmm. Yes, I've just been reflecting that no matter what, like, I've been through and journeyed through, and that my heart always stayed intact. Like, no matter the circumstance, that purity was always there. And just seeing through my heart's eyes of wonder and joy, and just like marveling at like the heart of nature and the beauty of nature just was a reflection of my heart, and it was this shared experience. And that's why I've loved nature ever since I was little, because like nature doesn't judge, it just loves. It just shines its beauty through like the colors and the different forms. And it just gives off this energy of just unconditional love. So the honesty of my heart is just bringing that forward and embodying it through my vessel. And just bringing nature with me and bringing that essence for everyone.
Mm. So I wanted to say something to you, Kyle, is when you were sharing that, I was reflecting back when I opened this community. And you are the only one that I know that always showed the heart. And I was like, this guy is always showing the purity of the heart. What is that? I'm very honest. Okay. I was like, what is that? And then when I come closer to you, and I found out that the more I come close to you, I become even more detached, that separation of myself, in a way that I don't feel my own heart. Not until I get triggered. And the feeling starting. So in a short while, I have multiple heart healing. And it's the hardest healing I have ever done. But I honor myself, not running away. To bear in the pain, and really heal that heart. And that awakened the second layer of the heart. Well, I say second layer, probably the second time of the self-love. It is very different than my awakening. And I could hear that my heart now talking to me a lot. And the feeling and the colors and the aura around the heart is vibrant. 6 months. From February to now, 6 months for the community to open. I have learned a lot from all of you. A lot. And I continue to learn. There's my appreciation and gratitude to all of you. And that's how honest my heart is to you guys. It's always open. And I cherish every single moment. I show up every single time. Even though I'm driving, that is my heart honesty. That's my sacred heart connection for today. You're holding so much love in Sacred Heart Valley. Yeah. It is the love that made us stronger. It's unconditional love without condition. I just wanted to say thank you for all of you for being there with me. All the time. Anytime I reach out to you, you guys respond. I share my heart with you guys as well. Up and low, never hide. Thank you so much for being with me today.
Can I read one more piece?
Yeah.
So this one I wrote last year. I think it's around the full moon time too. Sure. It's called What If? What if this life is truly a gift and every moment is indeed heaven on earth? What if being born as a tiny sweet bee is as divinely as a blue elephant or a soaring eagle? What if my whole purpose in life is just to learn how to taste sweeter nectar out of every single flower blooming upon my path? Every shimmering conscious being could all be my lovely companions and octaves of symphony that resonating deeply and profoundly along my own inner soul singing? What if getting lost and drifting into endless daydream or night dream are indeed my own unique divine blueprint on earth? To dream my own little dream, dreaming all day, all night, dreaming into different diverse multiverses, dreaming myself into being anything that could possibly be, or just a tiny sweet bee, diving into immense, delicious ocean of tasty, colorful garden of spring, a dreamy oasis of my own inner haven, my homeland of Avalon. Dream everything into being, dream a new world order into becoming, where sweet bee, blue elephant, clumsy panda, and smart humans could all be equally valued, treasured, and loved. All sisterhood and brotherhood are all holding hands, hands in hands, dancing in circles, singing a song of earth, weaving our hearts' content into a beautiful, loving tapestry. Let us all sing a little lullaby along the nature's graceful rhythmic change in this blossoming full moon night. Gently tuck our inner child into this dreamy tapestry of starry galaxy. Let the inner child falling into sound sleep, cute snoring noises, shrugging off all worries or burdens of the outer world, leaning deeper only to the inner voice, inner love. What is her heart's inner knowing? Learning more magic tricks in other parallel dimensions, astral journeying on and on to her own heart's content, painting a starry galaxy of her own wildest imaginative dreamy matrix. All beings, heartbeats, pulsating along this sacred tomb of life, resonating along the song of earth, and rippling out this forever riveting, color-painted storybook, flower of life, heaven on earth. I just want to saying, I just want to use that writing as my gratitude, just telling you guys how much I appreciate all of you. Because back then, I would never thought that I have a community a year later, and I was just dreaming and just writing down my dream, how much my heart yearning this moment to be with all of you. Thank you for making my dream come true. I'm very grateful. Love you all very much.
I can call Sacred Heart Valley as a home. About building a home. So yeah. Anyone else wanted to share?
I was just reflecting how Daisy mentioned about triggers, and that even the triggers need a home. Like that part needs more of the healing so that the heart feels at home. And when you feel the triggers, you want your heart to be of service to those parts. So, Daisy, what you're doing is big work. And for Kyle to bring in like nature and connecting with nature and sharing that part to everybody, that, you know, nature is our home, Gaia is our home, Tara is our home, you know, to not disconnect, but reconnect and gather and collect that information. So That's what I wanted to add.
That's so beautiful, Venus. Can I share one more writing?
Please, please. I love when you share. When everyone shares their heart, I think we heal our home within.
Yeah, talking about triggers, I did write something. Bring the triggers home too. Seeing every triggers in life as a door opener, opening another door, door after door, portal after portal. Day and night, winter snow and summer fire chasing after each other, playing hide and seek with one another, dancing and interweaving with each through dream and life till eternity. Learning how to see myself fuller, to welcome the part of myself that was trapped and lost in time and space spectrum, to be able to breathe fuller the fresh air, seeing the nature and people as who we truly are, accepting, seeing, and welcoming each version of the self back home, embodying the full-on blossoming beauty within. Take a scoop of spring water, fully diving within the cooling plasma among all elemental spirits, through oceans of life, oceans of love, quenching the thirst of my soul, feeling the sky breathing through my skin, the earth blooming within my flesh, the wind vibrating along my heartbeat, and water singing within my womb, the flower trembling, swinging, and dancing along the rhythmic dance of my soul. Thank you. Now I feel complete.
Anyone else wanted to share? Do you feel complete, Kyle?
I just want to thank you, all my sisters, for being my true soul sisters of the heart. And all my life up to this point, I've been longing to connect with you. Thank you for our hearts reconnecting and teaching me the divine feminine's heart and all of her beauty, so I can just rest a little bit softer within my heart. Thank you for holding me, honoring me as I honor you. Thank you for being the balance in my life and the reflection of me as well. From the depths of my heart, I give the greatest gratitude and being within the Sacred Heart Valley has been worthwhile, worth everything that I've been through to get me up to this point. This is what true love, true authentic heart love is. in all of its beauty and purity and authenticity and peace. This is the meaning of true love. Seeing each other at the heart space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Forever grateful and blessed. As we walk together hand to hand, heart to heart, each and every moment, and in spirit, and for all eternity. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for sharing. I want to bring this connection to the end. And full moon also is about the heart, tune into your heart. So we had. Thank you for sharing your heart with me. I receive it all. As I honor you, as the God that is in you, as I reflect out, as mine to yours too. Right, I'm gonna bring this to the end. You pulling the card?
Yeah, the card is Earth Mother. Grounded healer. Let me see. Psychic recharge, grounded healer, mentor layers.
Definitely, 100%.
Yeah. Bring into our earthly mother's wisdom and grounded in her warm embrace and getting recharged, rejuvenated, and nourished.
Alrighty, I'll bring it to close, and both of you, Carl and Daisy, in half an hour time. Okay, and I hope to see you around.
Okay, sounds good. Love
Bye.
you all. Bye.
Bye.